Hi, my name is Rashida Jones, and I'm 27 years old. I'm a recent graduate of Clark Atlanta University, obtaining my master's degree in social work class of 2016.
Hi, Rashida. I wanted to get your opinion on a couple of things. How do you feel about the recent actions that have taken place within the NFL where particular teams are not participating in the national anthem and they are taking a knee?
I respect it for the ones who genuinely want to take a stand for the injustices and the things that are going on with Black people. And that's the only reason I respect it. Anything else, I don't respect. So if they're taking a knee, I hope it's for the right cause.
Now, do you think that it's a form of disrespect?
No. You have the right to voice your opinion however you choose. And if they chose to take a knee, then I respect it.
And how do you feel about a lot of the players, more specifically Colin Kaepernick, losing his football deal, losing a lot of endorsements because he was specifically one of the prominent ones taking a stance on not participating in the national anthem?
I think it's total disrespect, and it shows the state of America and how racist it is, and how divided we are as a people, because he should have never lost his job for standing up for people of color.
Now, do you think that it is possibly violating people's First Amendment rights who don't want to participate?
You have the right to choose. If you don't want to participate, then that's up to you. But it shows the people where you stand if you don't want to stand up for something that's right.
Okay, and then also, how do you feel about Mr. President Trump's statements, his recent statements, as far as in social media tweets, calling players SOBs? How do you feel about that?
Donald Trump is an entertainer and has always been an entertainer to me, and I think it's a part of him entertaining, and he has not taken his role of being a president serious, and I think he should put the phone down and focus on natural disasters that are happening to the American people.
Okay, thank you.
How you doing? My name is Jay Sims. I'm a senior at Cal State Dominguez University. I'm 25 years old, and my focus is physical education and the teaching option.
Okay, are you familiar with the players kneeling down for the national anthem?
Yes, I am familiar.
And how do you feel about the players kneeling down for the national anthem? Do you have a positive look at it, or do you have a negative aspect?
I guess it goes both ways. I mean, it started off with Kaepernick kneeling down because he was tired of the injustices upon the African American community, in relation to police brutality. So, but it seemed like when he was doing that, he wasn't getting much support from, I guess, not his fellow teammates, but the NFL players all across the U.S. They didn't really start kneeling down until, Donald Trump had said what he said by calling the players, SOBs. So I just think that it's a good thing that they're coming together and unifying, but as far as like the billionaires in the NFL are concerned, I feel like they're hypocrites, because you see them on national television locking arms with one another, with the players, but they weren't really supporting Kaepernick when he was taking a knee. As a matter of fact, they all basically just, when he was trying to get a job, they were like, nah, because they have their bottom line as far as ticket sales. I guess they felt like he was going to stop people from coming to the games, so no one would pick him up. So there's a little hypocrisy there. So,
question now, what would you do if you were in that situation? Would you go with what you believe in, or would you go with keeping your job?
That's a good question. I guess I would have to be in a position where I'd be like, I would definitely want to keep my job. I would definitely take some I don't really know right now. That's a good question.
Okay,
I don't know
well,
if I can
thank
answer
you.
that.
So my name is Cesar Placencia. I am currently a senior here at Cal State Dominguez Hills. I'm in my first semester, which means I'll graduate next May.
Hi. How do you feel about the players kneeling down?
I believe that the message they're trying to spread is clear and concise, but I believe that it's been taken out of context. I do believe that they have a freedom of expression, and they are more than willing and able to do as they please. However, I think the original message has been lost, and it's been made into something that's not true. I think they were trying to focus on brutality and the things that have been happening to minorities in this country. However, I think they've made it into this thing about how they're disrespecting vets and the flag.
Do you think that Colin Kaepernick have been blackballed out of the NFL?
I do, for the most part. However, I understand that different people will have different views about what they believe blackballed is. I think that it's not fair the way he's been treated. I think there's 64 quarterbacks in the NFL, and that means the first and second quarterback on the depth chart, and I think that he is better than at least half of them. So I believe he should have a job. However, I don't think they're giving him the equal opportunity that every other player and or retired player has been getting over.
Do you think it's fair what Trump is saying about the players?
I don't. I believe we've never had a president in the United States who has been as disrespectful as he has. Just as he has his freedom of speech to dictate and say as he wants, I don't believe it's been right. I think there's a different way to go about things, and deliberately calling individuals names and disrespecting their families and people who are participating in these protests, I don't think is correct.
And last question, what would you do if you were in that situation? Would you save your job, or would you go ahead and do what you believe in?
I think it really depends. I think for the players who are in the NFL right now, I think they're not necessarily saving their jobs, but I do think for most of them who are now protesting, I feel like they could have had Collins back a long time ago. He really put himself at risk. I do understand people have families and responsibilities though, so I don't judge them or think worse of them for the situation. I just think it took a little longer than it should have for them to have his back in solidarity as someone who is also a player who has a family and who is also trying to spread awareness about a message that has long been overdue.
Thank you.
You're welcome.